Currently, rock music is used in series and films, blues songs in the end of each Dr. House episode, songs of the Rolling Stones here and there. Music, in this kind of media, is very important. It gives the tone, can reassure the audience, scare or excite him with epic music. But haven't you ever been delighted by ambient music's quality of our modern composers we hear in films, series and video games? The goal of this new emission, Composer, will be to talk about these gifted composers. Talk about gifted guys, let's start with Jesper Kyd. You probably don't know this name if you don't play video games. This Danish composer indeed composed 40 video game soundtracks and half a dozen for films. We will back on these games and films later. Jesper Kyd was born in 1972. Young, he plays keyboard before starting to take interest for classical guitar and choral singing. These two instruments are omnipresent in first Assassin's Creed soundtracks for which he has been by many times awarded. In the 80s, when he is a teenager, he is interested in music composition and releases its first video game soundtrack in 1990, USS John Young. He composes a lot, of which a Batman soundtrack in 1994, Adventures of Batman and Robin. In 2001, he composed a video game soundtrack for Hitman codenamed 47, and in 2002, 4 and 6, Hitman Silent Assassin, Hitman Contracts, and Hitman Blood Money soundtracks. These soundtracks bring him a real credibility and is awarded for the best soundtrack in 2005. In 2007, Ubisoft contacted him to compose the soundtrack of their new game. Developed at first as a Prince of Persia game, Assassin's Creed First of the Name is a real success, and in part due to its wonderful soundtrack, which quality is very good. Mystic, because Assassin's Creed presents a climate of conspiracies with assassinations to prepare and to perpetuate, under the identity of the assassin Altair ibn Ahad, Zone of No One. The game takes place during the Third Crusade in the Middle Age, in the cities of Damas, Jerusalem, Acre and Masyaf. The plot of the game presents a cold war between assassins and Templars, leading infiltration and assassinations. We clearly feel the time in the music. We hear sometimes religious musics when we have to deal with Crusaders, and sometimes more Oriental music when we meet Saracens. Assassin's Creed is a success, and Jesper Kyd is awarded of Best Soundtrack. Again, its reputation grows. He composes the music of the first Borderlands in 2009 before being recontacted by Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed 2's soundtrack. The second game of this historic saga takes place during the Renaissance, in Italy. We discover Florence, Venice, the Tuscan and Rome, through the eyes of an assassin linked to the first opus main character, Ezio Auditore. Jesper Kyd's compositions are in line of its work on Assassin's Creed, and some famous tracks are Ezio's Family and Earth. The next year, in 2010, the direct sequel of Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, is released, and the soundtrack is one more time composed by Jesper Kyd. The style is the same as in Assassin's Creed 2, and that's a logical choice because we follow the same character as previously, Ezio. In 2011, Jesper Kyd produces with Lord Balfe, great composer on which we will back on, the music of Assassin's Creed Revelations, third and last game following the Italian assassin Ezio Auditore. The style is a fusion between that of the first one, taking place in the Holy Land, and the music of the Italian saga in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. Indeed, the game takes place in Constantinople, and we see an absolute Oriental ambience. It's the last Assassin's Creed of which Jesper Kyd will compose the music. He produces in 2012 Darksiders 2 and Borderlands 2 soundtracks, and then, in 2014, the soundtrack of Borderlands the pre-sequel, third game of the Borderlands saga. In 2014, Ubisoft contacts Jesper Kyd to compose the main themes of Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Unity. This music are variations of Ezio's Family, theme from Assassin's Creed 2. He releases since 2012 the music of science fiction TV series Metal Hurlant Chronicles. This composer is one of the more gifted current composers. You have to listen to its work. Its music makes quality soundtracks, and when you listen to it, you're transported into the worlds it illustrates. And this concludes this pilot episode of Composer. If you like this video, put a great thumb, comment and subscribe to miss anything of my work. And this concludes this pilot episode of Composer. If you like this video, put a great thumb, comment and subscribe to miss anything of my work. This month, August, is about to be rich in videos. See you on Sunday for a Land Rock episode that will talk about progressive rock.